And on a Sunday, my ticket is a one-way. I'm about to play in the sky. I always knew you'd make it one day. Today was such a fun day. And I think I'm the first. I got out, free fly, kiss the sky, and fell in love.
Yeah, WazzyCircus Radio, show number 1. What up, y'all? Today, we are brought to you by WazzyCircus.com, where we offer comfortable suits and gear for skydiving, affordable. Also, learn to skydiveaustin.com, where we combine technology and experience to produce world-class flyers. Rafa Shaw, Dusty Shaw, one of the most impressive people I've ever met, let me tell you.
Thank you, man.
I met you at iFly, sitting on a bench, watching us train and fly every day for like 6 months. It's the weirdest thing. This kid, he was tiny too. He's a little skinny little dude, sitting there on the bench, watching us clean glass, fly flyers, FITPs if he could, I'm sure. I don't know. And he kept asking for a job. And the first dude, who we're not going to mention, right, jackass, told him no. Told him he wasn't a fit for iFly. It wasn't fit to be an instructor. Someone who should not be calling the shots of who's an instructor. Someone who probably couldn't do one pull-up. A single pull-up, son, telling this guy. So did it stop him? Did it slow him down? You know what you fucking told me one day in the locker room? He comes up and tells me, I'm going to be better than, who was it at the time? I was like, I'm going to be better than him one day. I was like, dude, you're like a level 1. Why don't you chill out on the... No, I'm going to be the best in the world. Best in the world, Waz. At first, I was like, oh, what's this kid saying? And then after a while, I was like, holy shit, this kid's going to be the best in the world. He's not fucking around. You fly your ass off, right? You're dedicated. You're studying. You're watching video. We draw inspiration from you. Gold medalist, dynamic flyer coach, instructor extraordinaire, Dusty Shaw.
Man, that's some intro.
I love you to death.
That was,
son.
my head's getting big.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. WazzyCircus model. You're my dude for the shirts,
Hey,
man.
I'm super
Them
glad to
guns,
be here.
son, them guns.
Super excited to be here, especially on this podcast that you're starting, man. You're an entrepreneur, and I'm also as well. So I'd love to talk about that. But just to speak on the very beginning of when I was 18 years old, that was I was on jump number 13 when that happened.
Okay,
when
you
I
started hanging out at iFly.
Yeah,
Okay,
I started
that's how
hanging
you
out at
found
iFly.
us.
So
Okay.
I started in Spokane, Washington. I did 4 jumps. Thought I was really good. On my 5th jump, it was a 5-second.
For the AFFs or IEDs?
No, it was IED.
Static line, baby. Me too.
If
Stepchildren.
people know skydiving, the 5th jump is you climb on the edge of the strut, let go for 5 seconds, hold a good heading, and then pull. And I held it for 12 seconds, and I pulled at about 800 feet.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. So something was wrong with the AED, and the Cypress didn't fire. So I would have had 2 out.
What an intro, son.
So I pulled about 800 feet. I was open at about like 200 feet, and hit the ground pretty hard under canopy. I was good, and walked in, and the owner said, "You should quit the course. You're not, supposed to be here." And I moved all the way from Colorado, sold everything I had to live in a tent underneath the airplane wing inside Spokane, Washington, where I didn't know anyone there.
So where in Colorado was this? The first DZ?
So I my first one was in Spokane, Washington.
Okay.
So born and raised in Colorado. When I was 17.
So you had sold everything to go learn to skydive,
everything.
and on your 6th jump, he told you to go get some bowling shoes.
Yeah.
Damn. Son.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
That's
really
heavy,
bad. So
son.
I've never been so mad, frustrated in my entire life.
He didn't try to turn you into a packer?
Nope.
Nah, he just told you,
And
dog.
he said,
He was
"Quit.
pissed.
Go back home.
I'd have been mad too.
You don't belong here." I was so, and I
I'd
was
have been mad
scared.
too. I'm a motherfucker. Why didn't you pull?
It was scary.
Ugh.
It was terrifying. And then one other instructor, he's an AFF instructor. He said, "You got to do this one more time."
Nice.
And on the 6th jump, I went up and I said, "I can't do it. I'm not going to jump out."
No shit.
And he grabbed both my legs, put me on the side of the plane, and says, "You're not landing on this airplane. Get out and jump." And I climbed on the edge of the strut, and I said, "You know what? If I die," that's the first moment of my life. I was like, "If I die, let's just make it happen. Let's make this a good jump." So
I got a skydive.
climbed on the edge of the strut and just let go with a smile, knowing that I was going to die. And I just had a perfect heading, 5-second, perfect pull. It was amazing. Now I've been skydiving ever since.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Didn't have much money, and that's when I turned 18, or when I had my 18, I moved to Austin, Texas. My mom is a musician.
Mm-hmm.
So once I moved there, I was like, you know what? I want to apply to iFly. And that's where I met you for the first time.
Right.
And you even said, man, you should go work at Google, work at Yahoo or something. get some money. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. Dude, but I really want to be like you, Waz. I want to be an instructor.
Do not do that,
and
kids.
The general manager at the time said, yeah, we'll have a good interview with you. And I've never been so nervous for an interview in my life. This was going to be a life-changing experience.
Yep.
And I went up the flight deck, went inside the conference room with the lead instructor and the general manager and the assistant general manager at the time, which I'm not going to say any names.
Right.
Anyways, the interview I thought went really well. I had my cardigan. The night before, I wrote down 4 or 5 pages worth of notes. Didn't even look at them in the interview because I was so nervous.
Oh, jeez.
And the general manager, you can just tell this, it was just going to be a no, even from the beginning. He was just trying to get me out of there. And I was working at Payway at the time. Every day after work, I'd come in and just watch you guys fly. 3 or 4 hours. Every day.
Every day.
And
every day. We were like, why don't we give this kid a job? And I was like, nah. Yeah, I said his name. Nah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, I
So what happened? So yeah, you just disappeared.
got denied. I just kind of gave up for a couple of years. I started serving tables again, bartending, and then I was going to be a paramedic because I didn't really know where I was going to go. I just want to help people, have some fun with life, and not just work in the service industry.
But in between, when did you start bodybuilding?
Right after Payway. So after,
because listen, guys, he weighed 110 soaking wet.
Yeah,
sitting there.
Yeah,
right.
I was about 120, 130, and I bumped up to about 180 pounds.
Yeah, solid. It was
solid,
crazy.
Yeah,
it was nuts when you came back. We were like, whoa. He's determined to be an instructor.
Really excited, and I made $100 tip working at my Cajun restaurant. And I was like, you know what? I'll just come in for a 5-minute block.
Yeah,
just for fun. And I went in, and it was Daniel Lovett and Colin Robb, and they said, hey, you should totally work here. I was like, no way.
What?
This is happening.
It's happening again.
Yeah. Got the interview the next day. I put in my 2 weeks the following day.
Glory.
Started FITP.
Glory.
And, ever since then, I've been on fire ever since.
God bless, man. Holy cow, right? To be denied and come back like, just because.
It's
you could have spent that $100 on anything.
Oh, yeah. Anything.
You know?
I've never been more happy with the job. I love this job so much. I love traveling. I've traveled to Puerto Rico, St. Martin, Haiti, living on the cruise ship, commissioning other wind tunnels.
So explain the cruise ship.
So once you get to a certain level, you can be a trainer, and you train instructors on the cruise ship. So there's an iFly in the Royal Caribbeans. And
iFly is a vertical wind tunnel for all of you who have not done it yet.
Yes. Indoor skydiving, you walk in on the deck, and it's right on the ocean front. You see the ocean as you're flying in the tunnel. It's an amazing experience. And being the guy that's the instructor and taking you through the course. It's a month-long contract. I've never drank so much in my entire life.
Is that you doing a layout right there?
Yes.
How'd you get it center line on the layout, dog? That's perfect.
Yeah, that's it right there. That was
beautiful.
Where
is that?
Amazing shot. That was off of Bermuda.
Okay.
Bermuda, it's like the Hawaii of the Atlantic. It's on the right side, all the way on the other side.
Wow.
Anyways, that's from Bermuda on the way to Puerto Rico. And yeah,
it's a good shot, son.
That was a good shot.
That was a good shot, son.
Over the
ocean.
Man.
Everybody's got to get their over the ocean shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's got that. Was the coolest one I think I've seen right there.
That cruise ship taught me so much. Taught me how to be, leadership qualities and that kind of thing. And I came back to Austin, and I learned how to coach a little bit better and learn how to train people a little bit more, transparent. We have a little bit the better language of coaching. It's different being a coach in a wind tunnel than
completely
anywhere
different
else.
And this is something that happened between us. I recognized that your drive had given you a lot of things a lot easier than other people had acquired them. So your coaching, you weren't really conveying. You didn't understand why they weren't getting it. Yeah. It was so easy for you. You're like, just do this. Yeah, good. I'm like, no, man, you got to break it down. And you took that to heart.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you're one of the best coaches in the building.
Thanks, dude.
You take it step by step. You care. Like, nobody will outcoach you still, ever.
Right.
Excuse me. Danny Cordito has his style that it's ingrained. You can't beat it. Tony, like, we're all, you're there now. Is what you're on the panel.
Right.
Now you can look out and be like, no, dude, you didn't explain that right.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they had no idea what was going on, And, once you are able to convey it, you see them go. How many students have you taken through head down from zeros to heroes?
15 plus.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, the whole progression, the whole painful progression. It's so hard, right? And you've done it, and the experience is showing, man. You're kicking ass.
Thank you, man.
How many competitions have you done?
I've done about 3 competitions.
Okay.
3 competitions. One of them was with Nick Riedel in Houston, Texas, and it was I couldn't even really fly that well down. And Nick was like, "You just got to do it, man. Just do it for the experience." And we did. We got 10th place.
Beautiful.
The next competition was nationals. I Fly Virginia Beach 2016.
Killer.
We got 11th place.
And that was you and
Marlon Mahoney.
Mahoney. Shout out to Marlon up to the Woodlands holding it down. No, he's in Memorial now holding it down.
Yeah. The rest of it was training. I mean, it's just driving 3.5 hours to Houston.
Yes.
Every week just to train with Marlon for a couple hours at a time. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of money, a lot of gas. Driving a 2002 4Runner.
Right.
You just
I
get
remember
10,
you were doing
11
it.
miles to the gallon.
You were on the grind, but
it was a grind.
Yeah.
And it taught me motivation. I really want to do this. I really want to get this done.
Right.
So we got 11th place at Virginia Beach. It was a sad song. We got home pretty upset. And then the next competition, we even trained even harder. And we went to Tampa Bay, Florida, and we got gold.
Gold,
gold
baby,
medal.
from 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. You two trained your asses off. Do you have any shots of those two standing next to each other, Tim and Marta? Didn't you guys have like the black suits?
Yeah, we did.
What was the name of that team?
Apex. I Fly Apex, yeah.
Apex. And he's still running Architects.
Yes.
But now he's doing that Memorial with all those other guys.
Yeah. He's the
and
new
John
lead.
Walker has left a void because he's gone now.
Mm-hmm.
So Marlon's probably just killing it down there.
Oh, yeah.
And he's jumping to Spaceland more. I've seen it because he's closer. Because the Woodlands was kind of weird spot.
Woodlands, yeah, it's kind of on its own. But after Tampa, Marlon and I, the drive was just getting too much.
Mm-hmm.
Danny wanted to compete, have a fun little pickup team. That turned into a serious competitive team.
Killer team.
We got our own suits. And we went to...
Pretty serious, son. They got their own suits. Now they've got
yeah.
some pretty rad suits. They are very unique suits that they stand out. They look like knights.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if you see a lot of competitions, everybody's in all black slick, right? All black or they have some color. These guys with total fucking Game of Thrones print.
Yeah.
No, it's rad. Look at them. You know who they are when you see them. And what's the name of that crew?
This is I Fly Crucible.
Crucible, son.
So,
yeah. And I watch them train constantly, every day. It's amazing to see these guys fly over and over. And the best part is watching anybody build a free routine.
mm-hmm.
Right? Hey, let's try this. And they're like,
choreographic.
Yeah, and if you and the free routine is where you have to put on a small show of everything you know and add some trickery in there that nobody's ever seen. You got to wow everybody. And that's hard to do with a bunch of type A driven fighter pilots. That's everybody, everybody's Top Gun in these tunnel comps, man. So everybody's the best at what they do. And now it's the best of the best going at it. It's pretty rad. I love this competition.
Yeah. Danny's a great teammate. I just want to shout out to Danny. He's a great teammate. He listens. I listen to him. If we have kind of a little bit of conflicts, we kind of argue it out, and then we kind of make it the best what we want to do. But the next competition was Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach 2017. That was in April. And we were in second place the whole competition till the last one. One of us busted, and that put us back into third place. But we got a podium, and we qualified for Worlds.
Podium Worlds.
And we are going to Worlds. Well, first I want to say we're third in the nation, which is super exciting to think about. And World Championship.
Hold on. You're the third 2 best tunnel flyers in the nation. Is what that means.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, those that showed up to compete.
Right.
I know those guys. I know those guys out there. I know you old school guys. Everybody's badass. But as of right now, in this moment, you're up there with the Mocktoon kids. You know what I mean? Like, this is big. You're a big deal in the sport right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome that you guys came out of Austin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Following the footsteps of Javier Serrano and Chris Dixon from a few years ago when they went out to, it was Paraclete XP, and they won World War XP or something like that. And I mean, it's pretty rad to have gold medalists and podium holders at our tunnel.
Yeah.
We're really proud of you guys.
Really good.
And we get to watch you all day and learn,
Well, and the sport in itself, I mean, the Wittenberg kids that won first place were really cool kids. We were playing PUBG with them right before we were hopping into the tunnel. Paraclete guys got second place. Andrew Sutton, Michael Brewer, really cool guys.
Really cool guys.
Really nice guys. Yeah, I still keep up with Andrew every once in a while. But yeah, Bahrain is happening at the end of October.
Mm-hmm.
It's a world championship.
Bahrain, son.
Really looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to throw that on the vlog, which I'll talk about in a second.
Yeah.
But really excited for the competition. Training is going to be really immense. We're going to train 4 days a week, 2 hours each session. I mean, that's 8 hours a week. That's an insane amount. That's like a whole shift of just training in the tunnel. We got to come up with routine, a choreographed with a music to it, added into it with rhythm. We just want to be different. We want to be our own style. So that's what's going to happen, and we're really excited.
Oh, you're going to merge freestyle with the dynamic routine and make
Yeah.
it sick. I've seen some of the stuff you guys are doing.
Yeah, we want to
And
be
you- oh,
out
you
of
guys
the
are- yeah.
box.
I guess you got to fucking keep going, man. You got to keep writing. You got to keep, because like you guys, you're scrapping the whole first routine.
Yep.
It looks like. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
we're scrapping
anything from
everything.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. Bahrain.
Yeah.
Is there a cash prize on this?
I think the cash prize is $15,000.
15 grand.
I think that's what the cash prize
And you'll
is.
probably blow that in Bahrain.
For sure. On the hotel. Yeah.
So if I'm right, Bahrain is like the party town of the Middle East. It's not full Muslim, or it is, but it's in the middle.
Oh, it's an international country.
Right.
A lot of people go to Bahrain. I think it's a little bit east of Saudi Arabia, or north of Saudi Arabia, somewhere around there. But yes, it is in the Middle East, and it's about 100 miles from Dubai.
But is alcohol legal there?
Yes.
Yeah.
it
See,
is.
it's one of those countries.
Yeah.
So it's
Similar to Qatar,
trust me,
Dubai.
for a Muslim, that's Vegas, baby.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? With the entire country you're from, there is not a drop of alcohol allowed.
Yeah.
By religious law, you get to Bahrain, you lose your mind. Like the Mormons, when they get to go, not the Mormons, the Amish cats. They get to go for like a year.
When they're 16 years
Yeah,
old.
they get to go mob the
Yeah.
cities, you know? That's what Bahrain is, man. Yeah. That's awesome. You guys got to buy your own tickets?
Yes. Yeah.
First
own
class is like
tickets.
10 grand, son.
Yeah, we are going to do the cargo in the bottom of the airplane for a little over 1,000.
Right on, man.
Yeah,
have you
that's
been
what
in? Have you been to Dubai yet?
I have
Or
never
anything?
been. I've never been to the Middle East.
Okay,
Never been in that side of the world yet. So this is a very big experience, even for Danny as well. He's been
Right.
to Dubai, but he's never been to Bahrain.
Yeah, and
So
Danny's
both of us.
traveled extensively.
Mm-hmm.
You know, through the cruise ships. A lot of these guys get to see the world, man. This is a weird, awesome, over-the-top experience for young men in this country to become iFly instructors.
Oh yeah,
Because it's not the military, man, and you get to see the world.
yeah,
Right? And go back to port like you're in the Navy or something.
Yeah.
Like, nah, but you just walk on the boat like a hero because you're the guy
Mhm.
that flies people. It's pretty rad. That's
Yeah.
pretty rad. All right. So, entrepreneurship, something you mentioned. We both work at a tunnel that's slow enough to offer us time to think about what we would do outside of iFly, which is something that a lot of people can't do. They don't have the luxury that we don't have the luxury either. We're just broke, right? That's how that goes. We're just not making any money. But in that time, we've developed a very strong bond. Like our team is like amazingly tight.
we do have a very strong team.
My God, that locker room is fun.
Yeah,
It's the funnest place on earth. And I've worked at a lot of places. Skydive Dallas kind of matched it in fun. Well, no way. Yeah, Casey Anderson and Eugene Edwards, Fetus, us three together was this much fun, you know. And you find it in teams that get along. Where we just, dude, it just goes down in that room. And also we bounce ideas off each other.
True.
And businesses have been born.
yeah,
And people are moving up and moving out and going part-time because things that were born in that locker room have come to fruition.
yeah.
Just like this podcast was born in that locker room.
Right.
Like, man, I could do that. And it was a day that you or somebody were like, we should just put a mic in here and podcast
Yeah,
that. And
yeah,
people
it was
be
me.
cracking
Yeah,
up, right? I was like, man, yeah. I've got to work on WazzyCircus.com a lot. I got to launch LearnToSkydiveAustin.com out of that
Mhm.
locker room and develop the entire training program out of that locker room. Danny Cordito's got his real estate stuff together. He's got
Yeah,
his
he's
site
reading those
launching.
books.
He's doing the books. You have launched Diatonic Designs,
I have. Yes.
right? Which is amazing.
So, at the end goal, before I talk about my entrepreneurial journey, my end goal is to develop a skydiving helmet. I want to develop a really futuristic skydiving helmet that's totally different from any helmet that's ever been created. And the only way I'm going to get that, I need money. I need a lot of money. So, my entrepreneurial journey, I want to start a product. And I want to create this product, not patent, very small weight, so it's easy to ship. So I found suppliers. I talked to my suppliers, and I developed this first aid kit for pets. And I picked what products I want to put in there.
I bet you guys weren't expecting to hear that.
Yeah, I'm starting to sell on Amazon,
Yep.
and I started marketing. I created a commercial for Amazon, and I created the like the listing for Amazon. I try to make it the best that I could. It's my own company. I'm an LLC member. I'm a CEO of my own company. It's cool to see that, getting that in the mail.
There it is. There it is, you guys. You can buy it right now.
Buy it right now.
Now listen. Okay, I'm not gonna mess this up. Mess up the journey because you're gonna tell it. But this dude, and I don't care. He had a vision. He had a vision given to him, and he followed it step by step. And he added. Dude, God works in mysterious ways. We all know that. And when it moves, he moves. And he gave him the edge on some. I mean, like, you didn't come up with that on your own, right? From the conversations we had, like, he was never like, "Hey, man, you know, how's your dog?" Like, right? This was given to him. And then you've inspired me. I'm gonna give it back to you, but like, I'm gonna follow your Amazon route with my shirts, and I can because you've done it and you've showed me to do. You've so inspired me and everyone around you with this. Yeah. And I don't think people realize how big this is about to be. You know what I mean? So, how did you? Let's go back. It's an awesome pet rescue kit. It has a water bowl in there that you can't get with other kits. It has a couple other things. But why? Where did that come from? Tell me the whole thing.
Okay, so I found this way to sell fulfillment by Amazon. Something called fulfillment by Amazon, which means I don't do anything, which means all the products go to the Amazon warehouse. You get the Amazon warehouse to ship all your products to different homes. Amazon Prime.
Let's drop back.
And then the product,
where
like
did the vision come?
So I was finding some product research. What do I do? How do I get a good product so I can give this to Amazon to make it sell well? I can market it and it's not packed.
So you had nothing.
I had nothing.
Understand this, people. He's like, yo, I want to sell something where I don't have to do anything. And I'm going to use Amazon. That's all you had.
That's all I had.
And I'm going to make it light, and I want it to sell a lot.
Yes. So I had this tool to look up good product research on something that weighs less than 2 pounds, easy to ship, something I can market, and something that's cute, fun for babies, pets, something that people would use, people that don't really need, but I want to give them the incentive that they do need, right? Because if you have pets, which is half of America, you know, that's a big market to use.
Right.
And I did this for about 3 weeks looking for product research. I didn't know what I'm going to do. In the middle of the night, I just woke up immediately. And I'm a huge believer in God, a really big believer. And I was like, God, just give me a dream. What do I use? What do I sell on Amazon? I want to make this happen. Woke up literally in the middle of the night, 3:30 in the morning. I woke up wide awake. I said, oh my God, I think I found it. And I looked in. I found this product. I said, this is it. This is going to be my product. I'm gonna sell this product. And it was similar to that, and then I kind of made it my own little creative style. Right. And ever since then, I've been selling. I just started about a week ago selling this first aid kit, and I'm doing very well. I already made all my money back. Started 6 months ago, made it all back, and now I'm here.
Dude sold his skydiving equipment to get this done.
I did.
And I remember, like, I was like, Rafa, never sell your gear, dude. Like, you know, don't do that. I didn't understand why you were doing it. Right? I was like, you don't want to get out of the sport. But you're selling, you're like, I got dreams, Waz. I got dreams. I was like, what are you going to do? I'm going to make a helmet. I was like, not with $2,500, dog.
Yep.
You know, like, you're selling your gear, man. And then, and then you came up with this and you started pushing it.
Yeah.
And wow.
So most of the money that is going to be made, profited from this Amazon selling is going straight to this helmet, the skydiving helmet.
Right.
So my entrepreneurial journey doesn't just end on fulfillment by Amazon.
Right.
It ends in developing my own patent, my own helmet. And like, I'm going to change the world with this helmet.
Right.
And I need the money, and I'm going to use Amazon to supplement that.
Awesome. I'm gonna say that helmet that you've been speaking about, and I don't want to give away anything about it at all, but it's so awesome that I believe you could crowdfund that.
That's correct.
And not have to worry about, just let your entrepreneurial be your entrepreneurial, and maybe offer this to the community, because we're going to benefit from a dope helmet. You know, some helmets, the rubber functions run out. Now, new helmets are using magnets. You can't beat that.
Right.
Have you spoken to them? You should speak to them. I know it's just a dude. It's one guy that's making the Sky systems.
Yeah, the Sky helmet.
And Eric Michael knows him. Yeah, Eric Michael knows him.
Yeah, it's what?
Shout out to Go Squad.
Shout out to Go Squad, Michael Eric. Those helmets, they're all the same. Tonefly just came out with their brand new helmet, the TFX.
That one's crash rated.
It is.
It is crash rated. Wait, Tonefly did. No, Cookie came out with a crash rated helmet. I'm not sure if Tonefly is.
No, Tonefly did. The TFX. That was the Tonefly one.
Right.
So the Cookie helmet, plastic, not much safety rating. The TFX helmet is a full face, and it's crash rated. My helmet, the visor is totally different. There's no magnets.
Right.
And it's very difficult to speak about it because I don't want to give any ideas. But I will say it will change the entire game. It's not just for skydiving. It's not just for wind tunnel, body flying, It could be downhill skateboarding. It could be whitewater rapids. It could be scuba diving. There's many things that this helmet can beat, and it's a universal helmet because I don't want to just put the mark in skydiving. Right. But this will be a skydiving helmet.
And if it's crash rated, it becomes an anything helmet.
That is correct.
And I ride my G3s on the trails, like when I go mountain biking. Yeah, I enjoy it. I like it. I like the full face. I tend to get close to twigs and trees, and I don't want to move my face. I just take it with the helmet on, I'm hauling ass. Yeah. Winston rides at night. If I was riding at night, I'd definitely want a visor.
Oh, yeah.
Because, so I'm with an all-around helmet, but mine's not crash, the cookie's not crash rated. Right. The G3s, guys, are not crash rated. And that's what we use at iFly for the instructors. Yeah, so the end goal is to complete this helmet hopefully by the end of 2019 and start production by 2020. And I do have a supplier that's going to kind of help me build this helmet in a mass, production type way. Right on. All right. So, what's next with flying? I know your theory about flight is completely different than what I remember. Anything I know. Like, your body form now is different. Where are you developing this from? What are you thinking about dynamic? Wait, how about this? Give me an explanation of what dynamic flying is. Dynamic flying, there's kind of 3 or 4 different panels of it, but I'll just kind of do the main one. There's dynamic. There's speed rounds where you can do fast speed dynamic flying, or dynamic flying of just fun lead and follow. That's what we usually do. When we just want to have fun, one person does a certain move and then another person does a certain move, and then that person follows that person. You can make a game with it, or just lead and follow. You have fun with your friends. The best time to fly is with your friends. You can't fly solo. You always want to fly with your buddies. Right. And that's kind of what dynamic flying is. So static flying is you're not moving. You sit flying to head down, that's kind of stuff. Right. I also take dynamic flying in the sky. You can use it to fly, angles. Instead of just docking and then doing a spin, then docking, dynamic flying, you're always moving. There's never a time when you're not moving. Right. And that's what makes it so fun, especially in the wind tunnel. Right. It kind of translates to movement. Like dynamic means movement. Yeah. Yeah, right on. Yeah. So there's speed, there's the set rounds, and then there's the free round. Correct. Right. Free round is dynamic mixed with a little bit of freestyle. I personally like dynamic more than freestyle. Everyone kind of has their own creative style in the wind tunnel, which what makes it so beautiful. Is their own. It's not just technique; it's style. It's how smooth you are. How much rhythm do you really have when you're flying in the tunnel? It's like a dance. It's really an art. What it really is. People don't get that. There's a rhythm to flying, and once you can get the rhythm and the rhyme. But I try to when you start teaching dynamic, like coming out of the layouts, going into the next outface carve. It's not fly here, go stop. It's you fly down, you catch the wind, you use it, you come across, you catch it again. You're flying with rhythm. When you're flying with your buddies and you hit that rhythm, it's called flow. Yeah. It's a flow state. You can get to a flow state. And flow state is when you're so focused on something that you lose all else, right? Isn't that flow state where like it's just like your soul is there. And it, you can find it in snowboarding. I'm sure people find it running and biking, but in the tunnel, if you're not 100% focused, you're going to hit the glass. Yeah. Hard. You know what I mean? But once you're in and you can feel it, you enter a state. And I think for me, I don't get it unless it's like 3 to 4 minutes in of straight flying on one block. I can't hop in for 2 minutes, get flow, then hop out. Right. I get in, I get flying, you get loose, but it takes us like the 4th, 5th minute in. It's like what they're going to do by the way they twist their shoulder. What's next. You don't have to watch. You're in a flow state. You're like almost, it's magical, man. Yeah. It is so much fun. So we try to do it on Sunday mornings sometimes, but I used to work Sunday mornings. I don't work Sunday mornings anymore, by the grace of God. But I need to fly more. I keep telling you, you're pushing me now. Thank you. Yeah. I'm learning. It's just, things are so technical. But you guys don't make it. Of course, you don't make it look technical. You're just going through your things. But it's like this here, that there, and I'll throw this. Watch out that way, and come back. It's like, oh my God, it's overwhelming.
It's just as fun, teaching, just
Right.
showing like, hey, follow me, let me show you, and
Right.
kind of moving around with them and coaching them and showing them the way of the dynamic force and the way
dynamic.
and the good form and the bad form and what's to expect and what's not. There's an American way to fly. There's a European way to fly, and it's all different. That's what makes it so great.
So what would you call this new form of flying that like Cordito and you do, to where, dynamic is kind of set layout, maybe bottom loop, come across, carve, where you guys would be like barrel roll bottom loop, transition out face, weird switch, come down, flare. Like, it's not normal dynamic. It's contemporary. I don't know how to label something that doesn't exist, but it exists because you're doing it. But I've never, what do you call it? It's beyond now. It's
so
dynamic.
It's like it's a mix between dynamic flying and freestyle and trick flying and American style and European. It's all conglomerated into one movement. And our goal is just to never stop
moving. And it's
never
exactly what they never stop
Exactly.
moving. There's no dead time through the layout to the other. You're doing something to something to something, and it's constant movement and it's constant change. And it is clockwork badass.
It really is.
It really is.
It really is.
It's hard to comprehend what just happened, and now you're going to the next thing. And I find myself in there throwing stuff I've never thrown before, and just coming through, put my arm, here we go, all right.
Yeah. Hope for the best.
It just happened, I did it, you know that feeling, I did it,
Danny and I had a really long talk, and at the end of the talk, we just said, no matter what, it just has to be different than everyone else. It has to change the game. Look at Babe Ruth. It has to just change the whole game of the sport, and that's what our goal is.
Cocaine changed the game for Babe Ruth, if y'all didn't know. I'm serious. That's how we got it. Which is awesome. Shout out to Babe Ruth. Yeah. So, and you know what? I've seen it. I've been in sport 6 years now, pretty immersed, and every year I get my mind blown, and I'm like, there's no way we can go further than that.
Yep.
There's no way it's going to be cooler than that. Fuck, right there. Right? And then here it comes. There's a barrel roll in there. There's a breaker thrown in. Or they're going to flare that weird thing and go back the other way you never thought possible.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And now people are exploring head up like it's brand new.
Right.
Breakers and, man, there's something, I can't explain it. When you guys come out of the layout halfway, stand up, turn, and then spin out and go, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, the best way to get better is to watch other people fly. Watch people in Europe fly. Watch people in Orlando fly. Watch people, all these old school flyers mixed with new school flyers, and you just kind of make it your own. And it's rapidly evolving. Right. I mean, indoor skydiving, even when I started 2.5 years ago, was nothing.
Right.
It was there wasn't much like I want to say new school stuff of having your legs super straight, and now that's kind of the thing is leg straight. It's kind of like it's in a little fad, and it's constantly evolving.
Well, we didn't have the material back then to really pursue. Like if you didn't have $1 million, it was going to be impossible to be great. Right? Like what you just said, watch the flyers in Europe, watch the flyers here, go to Orlando. You can't do that back in the day. But now with YouTube, there's enough video and content out there that if you don't have all that money, you can still study people.
Exactly.
You can still learn styles. Okay, we've hit on some pretty hardcore points about the future of flying and how amazing it is, how hard it is, even for us, right? How do we keep people who are just beginning interested and not overwhelmed that they'll never get there?
So there's a catch. Flying in the tunnel is incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
And something that I can do in the tunnel, a simple move to a direction change to a spin and back and forth, to get to that level of how much time I flew, I've probably dropped $250,000 inside that wind tunnel. But I work there, so we get a certain amount of free allotted time that we're given. Now, when somebody comes up to the tunnel and they say, "Oh, I want to fly like that. I want to be like that," you only want to motivate them, because I would never think that I could do something like that. There's people that make the same amount of money that I make as an iFly instructor, which not going to explain how much.
That's why we all have separate businesses.
Yeah. That's why I started my entrepreneurial journey. But make about the same amount of money that I make, and they say, I still want to do that. Right. And they always find a way. No matter what you want to do, even if they have to pay for the time, they're still going to try, and they still want to be the best they want to do.
That's right.
Now that leads on to, who's your coach? what do you want to be? Do you want to be a dynamic flyer and fly really like flowy art, or do you want to be a trick flyer? You go to Drew Steele and you want to learn a triple black flip twist, which there's no way I can learn how to do that. I can't even do a regular back flip twist. Right. So what do you want to look like, and who do you want to be? That's who your coach is going to be. Okay. Then it's going to start coaching fees and all that. But at the end goal, if you really want to be that person in the tunnel, you go to them, ask for coaching.
So coaching is key. Otherwise, you're burning money. And you guys, I'm so serious. Like, you think you can go in there and work it out, man. And I know it gets annoying, but I would go to learn. And if you're not going to learn, try to express that to us. But then you try something new, and it's our job on the line if you hurt yourself. So it's kind of hard for us not to jump in there. And then the big brother's watching. You got to pay coaching. That's just the way that goes. So here we go. Brand new skydiver that wants to be amazing at both. It's tough. Like, how do you I guess the answer to this question is going to be find balance in your own life, because you're going to have to sacrifice something, right? Yeah. To get this done. Only advice I can say is, sacrifice, you know? Yeah, you want to go grab that pair of shoes or that lunch, you got to think about a load on the weekend or a 5-minute block with your coach. Yeah. You know, it's an education that you need to invest in yourself to get better, because it makes you safer, is how I would put that.
Totally agree.
You should totally dedicate time in the tunnel.
If a skydiver wants to be a better skydiver in the free fall category, there's free fall and there's canopy. If they want to be a better free faller, they have to go in the tunnel. They are out of their minds if they do not spend more than 40% of all their money in the tunnel.
That's true.
Agreed.
With me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Well, Rafa Shaw, what's next for the future?
Well, right now it's kind of on cruise control, trying to get more sales, develop that commercial for the pet first aid kit, and I'm gonna see if
it's on cruise control, baby. I'm just trying to make this.
So I'm slowly making money. Yeah. I've been selling. I haven't really been doing it. Been making pretty good residual income. I think in the next year or so, I will go down to part-time, and then I will quit iFly, and I will just be a coach. You know, I like to travel the world. I want to use my money. I'm also, my other entrepreneurship is vlogging. I want to vlog. I want to vlog my life, and I want to be this inspirational, motivational person that can inspire people. Are. Yeah, and that's what I want to do. And I want to video that and put it on social media, and I want people to get inspired to be like, I want to be like that guy. That's who I want to be. Right. And that's essentially what's going to happen in the next couple of years.
And hopefully we'll work with some future projects together. We want to go to the USPA PIA conference and do a dual vlog between. Is it going to be Diatonics? Is it going to be the name of the vlog, or?
I think it's Dusty Shaw.
Dusty Shaw.
It's just going to be Diatonics, my company, and
So
watch that grow.
So we'll do a WazzyCircus Radio, Dusty Shaw podcast together. We'll be seeing you a lot. People can see you on the competition circuit. You'll be in Bahrain. We're both available at iFly Austin for a limited time, hopefully. Yeah. But like he just said, even if we were to hit millions, we'd still be coaches. We'd still be involved. I'd probably still instruct. I like kids. Yeah. I like flying little kids around. People get sick of that. That's just like the best for me. Yeah. And if I quit, I could never afford to let my boys fly the way they do. True. Because that is ridiculous.
Yeah, your kids fly a lot.
A lot. There's no way I can afford that. At all.
Yeah, man. Really looking forward to the future. Future is very, very, very bright. I have an amazing girlfriend, Jackie. She's going to take care of me, and it's going to be good.
Right on. Jackie Wong.
Jackie Wong.
Shout out to Jackie Wong. Is she still doing the, what is the makeup thing?
So she's doing Arbonne, which is like a multi-level marketing, which I would think always fails. No matter anyone who starts that always fails. And she is killing it. She gets like 3 or 4 signups a week, which is insane. Awesome. She has a very high social media following, and I think that helps a lot.
Right on. Shout out Jackie. So no rig as of yet. What do you want?
A rig.
What rig, right? Yeah. My favorite color is used, y'all. But okay, here we go. It happens. Boom. What do you want, Rafa Shaw? What would you get?
First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to buy my mom a Subaru WRX, and I want to bless her with that, and she wants a little puppy bulldog. And my mom has no idea that I'm starting this company, and I'm not going to show her this podcast at all. She's the only one that's not going to see the podcast. Most of the family knows except my mom.
She's going to see it,
but she thinks I make an iFly instructor wage.
Right, you're kicking ass.
She knows that I'm not really starting any company. She knows I don't have any money, and I'm just going to bless her with an amazing car and a cute little bulldog. And she took care of me throughout everything.
Awesome. But what That's beautiful, but what rig? I'm talking skydiving, baby.
A
What do you
rig.
want? Like, what would you, like any company, you're standing there, what would you get?
I would get a Vector 304.
Pretty specific. Very good.
Vector 304 with a Sabre 2120.
A Sabre 2. Why a Sabre 2 over a Crossfire or a...
Because all the canopies that I've flown has been a Sabre 2. And I'm just comfortable with them.
Very good.
I went from a 170 to a 150. and
Shout out
I
PD.
think
There's
another
nothing
one,
wrong with them.
135. And then, I want to do 120.
Yeah, right on. That's an awesome parachute.
Yeah.
All right. Any reserve preference?
It's 126.
It's just a PD.
I think it's just
Performance design.
126, yeah.
Right on. What about ADs? Do you have a preference?
Yeah, Cypress 2. Yeah, that's it. It's the only one I've ever owned. It's the only
Right
one I've
on.
done.
Right on.
So I would definitely use a Cypress.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
All right, so any shout-outs to anybody? Anything you want to wrap up?
No, I'm really excited to be here, and I'm really excited for you to start your awesome entrepreneurial journey. And this is episode 1, and this is going to change the game.
And I couldn't have done it with a better person, man. You're the nicest person I've ever met on earth. He's the most
Thanks,
genuine person I have met on this planet. I'm not kidding, dude. Ever since I've met you, I thought it was an act because it was so genuine.
Yeah.
Like this is awesome. I was asking Rafa to watch The Boys one night. And I was like, hey, man, want some beer or some wine? Or, roll you up some? He's like, oh, no, I would never bring anything like that around your kids. I was like, oh, I was offering.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, dude, I was going to leave something in the garage.
Yeah. Reading them Bible stories.
Yeah, I love it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I love it, man. Love you, Rafa. That was awesome.
You too, man.
Hey, guys, WazzyCircus Radio, executively produced by Cole Knoppenberger. Man, shout out, much love. Check us out on WazzyCircus.com and anywhere podcasts are offered. Thanks, man. That was
Take care of
good.
yourself, buddy.
Later, yo.